Hello, so good day. This is again Engineer Louie Alcarde from Midas IT Philippines. And today naman po, ang ituturo ko po sa inyo ay ang tutorial 2 ng ating Midas Gen course. So now, let's begin with opening a new project. After naman opening our new project, we can just save it and we can title it to tutorial number 2. And just save that para po mag-auto-save na siya. Now in this tutorial, we will not be using kilonewtons or meters, but instead we will be using kips and feet as well, like we did in tutorial 1. And let's now go to our view tabs sa grids or snap tab po. Punta po tayo sa grids and point grid. Now after this point grid, we will now define our point grids. Defining point grids, this time ang gagamitin natin is 2 feet by 2 feet on x and y directions. You can see here that we have 2 feet by 2 feet. Pero po ang gagamitin natin is UCS on the XZ plane. Lalagay lang po tayo ng origin at 0, 0, 0. 0 pa rin po ang angle, and we can click on change view direction. Check lamang po natin yan, and we click OK. Now, what we can observe here is ang X and Y natin is on our front view. Hindi na po siya makikita sa top view, but on our front view na po. Now, ang first po natin gagawin is after that, we will define now our materials. Just click on our properties tab and material properties. First, like what we did is go to material. We add the material and it's gonna be ASTMS. That's for steel. Papangalanan po natin siyang frame. And sa database naman po, we will use A36 and we just click OK. Now, after doing that, we can now go to our section tabs. Dito naman po, we will add multiple sections. Gagamitin po natin is I section. Database yung gagamitin. AISC, ang code. Section name naman is, the first one is gonna be W16 by 67. Automatic, mag-change po ang name and we click apply. The next is W14 by 90 and click apply. Another I section that we want to have is W18 by 65. W18 by 65 and click apply. Lastly, for the I section, we will use W4 by 13. Okay, and we click apply. Now, after making sure that we have added 4 I sections there, we will just change this into T sections naman, because we will be using this time WT by 74. By 7 by WT 7 by 24, I mean. And click apply. And the last one for WT 4 by 9 for the T section. We click apply. So we can see that we have added 2 T sections in here. The last one is gonna be an angle section. Just click on angle. Section name naman is gonna be L4 by 4 by 5 over 16. Gagamitin natin 4 by 4 by 5 over 16. And we click OK. Now we can see here that we have added 4 I sections, dalawang T sections, and isang angle section. You can also check that in our works tree, we have added 7 sections in all. You can always see that here. And since we will not be using any walls for this project, it's gonna be just 0 for thickness, so we can just close this. Now what we will do is structural modeling using nodes and elements. I-hide po muna natin yung ating, we can activate node number, element number, and grid snap. Ito po, toggle on those. And next thing we do is we create our elements. Go to node and element tabs, create elements. Syempre, ang name gagamitin natin is yung frame. We will be using W16 by 67. And that's it. We don't want to change anything. So nodal connectivity, we will put 0, 0, 0. Let's just check in our universal coordinate system here. 0, 0, 0 to 0, 30, 0. Click. So we have created 2 nodes. You can see we have created 2 nodes and 1 element, which is a beam. Next one is we will do another at 64, 0, 0. There until 64, 30, 0. So we have created 4 nodes all in all and 2 elements now. Now lastly, what we will be using is our W14 by 90. And this time, ang gagamitin nating angle is 90 degrees. And we will begin our nodes at 3200 to 3230. Okay, so now we can see in our works tree that we already have 6 nodes and 3 elements all in all there. Now after that, we will go to creating our truss. Ito po yung medyo tricky na part. Dito po kasi sa tutorial 2, we will be using some of the functions na ginamit natin sa tutorial 1, and meron po namang iba na dito po sa tutorial 2 i-introduce. So let's go to structure wizard, go to truss. Okay, now what we do here is ang type of truss na gagamitin natin is this one, and ang number of panels is gonna be 4. For length, it's gonna be 32. For height naman, it's gonna be 6. And let's click on the options window. It's gonna be symmetric para po ito po yung lalabas. And then let's go to our edit tab. Check po natin yung verticals. Frame in material is gonna be WT 7 by 24. Section frame, it's gonna be material natin is gonna be frame. Section is WT by 74. For top section, okay. Sa insert naman, gagawin lamang po natin dito is change the insert point to 0, 30, 0. And we do not have to change anything. And we can just click on apply. Now we can see that we have created our truss model in that one. Now we can just close this. After doing that, we can just click on select by window. Ito po. We can select just the bottom chord of our truss. Yeah. So we can see that we have selected the bottom chord of our truss. Now what we can do is go to our Just close this. Go to geometry and elements. After elements, let's change element parameters. Double click on that. Now, ang element local axis natin is gonna be 180 degrees. Element local axis will be using 180 degrees and just click on apply. Now we can see that we have rotated the bottom chord to 180 degrees. Now next thing we do is we generate our floor or story girders or beams. Let's go to our toggle on our point grid snap. Toggle on po lamang natin siya. Just close this. Okay, and let's create elements na naman po. Create elements. This time gagamitin natin is still frame, but section is gonna be W18 by 65. 0 degrees pa rin po yung ating beta angle. Let's make sure na naka-check yung ating node and element intersect. Now, so nodal connectivity, we will create those elements at 0, 10, 0, 0, 10, 0 to 32, 10, 0. So until here. So I created that. After doing that, still nodal connectivity at 0, 20, 0 to 32, 20, 0. Now, you can see that we have created that part of our model already. Now, balik po tayo sa ating view tabs. Select lang po natin, balik po tayo sa ating switch to global coordinate system. Now, we can see that we have that. Ang grids po natin ay nasa baba na. Nasa horizontal plane. We can see that now. And then, we can go to isometric view. So, we can see that. And now, what we can do is to select all. Select lamang po natin sila lahat ng ating elements and nodes. So that what we can do is, but we will not select members 33 and 36. So we will unselect those two. And what we can do is to translate our elements. Let's go to node element tabs. Translate elements. Kita po natin dito, we make sure that the mode is copy. And equal distance pa rin po siya. Ang gagamitin po natin is 26, 0, 26, 0. That means 26 feet to the y direction. And number of times natin siyang i-copy, it's gonna be 2 times. And we can just click on apply. Now we can see there that we have created. We can turn off our node numbers and element numbers so that ito na po yung makikita natin. And we can also turn off our point grids this time. There. Okay, now after doing that, we also have the choice to shrink. Makikita po natin sa shrinking, we have shrunk our elements para po we would look na hindi po sila connected sa ating nodes. But we can always check, toggle off and toggle on the shrink button para po ma-check. And we are gonna use this often in this tutorial. So toggle on po muna yung ating shrink button. And then what we can do next is we will select 33 and 36 this time. We will select those and still translate pa rin po natin sila. Okay. This time, yun pa rin po, copy. Equal distance, but this time is going to be 26 over 3. That means sa 26 feet po, there are going to be 3 elements that will be copied. And how many times do you want to copy it? It's going to be 6 times. And we can just click on apply. So we can see there that we have created those girders, the steel girders na makikita natin sila dyan. Okay, now, after doing that, we will now, those are beams, but we will now generate our floor girders. Let's create elements. After creating elements, let's make sure na name is frame pa rin po. Section na gagamitin natin is W18 by 65. And beta angle is gonna be 0 degrees. Element and node intersect, naka-on po siya. Naka-check po silang dalawa. And we can now just go to nodal connectivity. Now in nodal connectivity, i-connect lang po natin itong 0, 0, 10 nodes to 0, 52, 10. Yun po, makikita po natin yan dyan. 0, 52, 10. And another one at 32, 0, 10. Hanggang dun sa likod, which is 32, 52, 10. There. And another naman po sa 0, itong dito sa taas, 0, 0, 20 to 0, 52, 20. And lastly, 32, 0, 20 and to 32, 52, 20. Now, okay, now that we have created those, what we will do is to create naman yung ating roof girders and we will remove the columns. So again, let's go back to create elements. Gagamitin natin pa rin is frame, but this time section is going to be W16 by 67. 0 degrees pa rin po yung beta angle. And so nodal connectivity naman, we will be creating at 0, 0, 30. This one, yung sa taas. 0, 0, 30 to 0, 52, 30. And another one naman po doon sa 32, 0, 36. Itong nasa gitna. 30, sorry. 32, 0, 36. 32, 0, 36 is ito pong nasa taas. That's doesn't matter, basta po nakalagay po siya dito sa taas. 32, 0, 36 hanggang doon naman po sa kabilang dulo, which is 32, 52, 6. Now, okay, after doing that, we will delete elements by picking. Makikita po natin yan dito. We can delete elements. Choose picking. Element number na gagamit. Ito po yung elements, ito po yung columns na gusto nating i-delete. Okay, so you can see that we have deleted those elements. Okay, so after doing that, we will now generate our longitudinal truss. Yung ilalagay po natin dito. So we can go to structure, wizard, and truss pa rin po. We will be choosing this type, but ito pong isa gagamitin natin. Number of panels is gonna be 8. Length is gonna be 26. Each one. is gonna be 3 meters. Symmetric lamang po ang gagamitin. And we can just check on show dimensions para makikita po natin dito. Now sa edit naman po, we will not consider the verticals this time. Frame ang gagamitin. And we'll be using 4, 14, 4 by 13, doubly 4 by 13 sa top. So, ang section na gagamitin natin is 4. Sa bottom naman is 4. And sa diagonals, we will be using 6. So, we can also check on merge straight members. So, we can merge them. And sa insert naman, what we will do is just input 64, 0, 30 here. Ang gamma rotations natin is gonna be 90 degrees. And ang origin point, it's gonna be on number 12 at 003. And we can just click apply. Now we can see there, we have added our longitudinal truss dun sa kabila. Now after doing that, we can now generate our wind braces by creating elements na naman. And sa number, creating elements. Ito yung elements natin. Gagamitin pa rin po natin is frame. And this time L4 by 4 by 5 over 16. Uncheck po natin yung node and elements intersect this time. And we will connect our nodes. Nodal connectivity, nodes 5. Saan na po ba yung node 5? Yun. 5 and node 4. By the way, you can just zoom in para po mas makita natin. Node 5 and node 4. Another one at 6, 3. 6 to 3. And gagawa pa rin po tayo dito sa 24 to 2. 30 hanggang 1. And dun din po sa taas, 30 hanggang 16, 41 hanggang 2, lastly 41 to 4, and 16 to 27. Okay. Now that we have made sure na nagawa na po natin yung mga braces na yon, we can just complete our 3D modeling by mirror. Hindi pa po ito yung kumpletong model natin. So we can just mirror elements. Off po natin yung node number muna. On po natin yung shrink on, shrink, toggle on, shrink. Punta po tayo sa right view. And this time, what we will be using is mirror elements. Ito po siya, mirror elements. Now we can select by window, drag a box from right to left, this portion. Huwag po nating isali yung mga yung pinaka nasa gilid. We'll only be selecting these parts. Ito po sila. And we will copy this on the ZX plane. And we will just click on 52. On the 52 node po. And we can click apply. Now we can see that we have created this model by mirroring lamang po. Natin siyang i-check. This is our model. Look at that. It's a beautiful model. Okay, so after doing that, we can now enter our structure support conditions by just going to our boundary tabs, and we will define our supports. Ito naman po, we will be selecting by plane. Ang gagamitin po natin is yung ating XY plane only. Ang Z position, maglalagay tayo ng 0. And we can click apply. So we have chosen the nodes, the bottom nodes in there we can see. And after naman po, we can just click on the all because we want our supports to be roller supports lang, or pin supports. So we can just click on apply. Now you can see here in our works tree that we have added 15 supports of type 1 supports. We can choose to display them. Those are 15. Those are the 15 supports that we have created or undisplay them. Now, let's go naman po sa ating load tabs. Static loads pa rin po tayo ngayon, like we did in our first tutorial. In static load cases, we are going to be naming the first static load case as self-weight. Dead load po siya. And just click on okay, we just click on add. Next thing is our dead load. Syempre dead load pa rin siya, and add. Live load. Syempre live load. Click on add. LR naman po. This is gonna be the roof. Live load. Click on add. Another one is WX, that is wind load on structure. Click on add. And WY, wind load on structure pa rin. Click on add. Now after doing that, we can now just close this and we will define our self-weight. Now in clicking our self-weight, syempre load case name is going to be self-weight. The load group name, it's going to be default lang. But on the Z direction, we will put -1 because we want to apply our self-weight on the negative Z direction. And we can click on add. Now we can see here that we have our first static load is already defined as self-weight on the negative Z direction. Now after doing that, we will do is define our floor load type. We will assign floor loads this time, and we can click on ... beside load type. Ang ipapangalan po natin dito is our floor. Description is gonna be top and bottom identical, that one. Now sa load case naman, is gonna be the first one is dead load, and we can put -0.1 in there. The second load case is live load. You can also put 0.1 in there. You click on add, and we can just click on close. Now after doing that, my floor load type na po tayo. Distribution is gonna be one way. We will copy the floor load kasi maglalagay po tayo ng floor load dito sa ating floors, and ang distance na ilalagay natin is gonna be 10 feet on the Z direction. Now we can go to our front view, and we can just select the first level only. Select by window, first level only. Ito po siya. You can see that we have selected those. I mean, see, sorry. Let's do that again. Okay, so we have seen that we have selected the first floor only, and we can activate this. Activate. Ito na po siya. Activate po natin yung node number. And next thing we do is sa isometric view, we will click on nodes defining loading area, and we will create them our floor loads now. Now we can see that we have added our floor loads. Pwede po natin silang i-display. Display. Choose to display that. Balik po tayo sa activate all, so that we can see here that we have added floor loads on the second and first floors of our structure. Okay, now after doing that, we will now define our inclined roof load. Punta lamang po tayo sa front view, and we can hide the model. This is a hidden model. Now we can do is to assign our floor loads pa rin po, and we can click the dot 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 beside load type. This time papangalanan natin siyang inclined roof. Delete lamang po natin ang top and bottom identical. Can delete that. Don't need any description for that. Now for this time, the load, it's gonna be 0.015 negative, and for this naman po roof live load, it's gonna be 0.02 negative, and we can just add that. Kita po natin meron tayong inclined roof, and we can close this. After doing that, we choose inclined roof as our load type. One-way distribution pa rin po siya. Now, what we can do is to select our top chords only. Top chords, yung nasa taas lamang po ating isa-select. So, what we can actually do here is select po natin by window pa rin. Let's make sure na naselect po lahat ng ating top. Just okay. Select the top view, top chords, yung mga top chords po lahat. We will be selecting those. Okay, sorry, that was really tedious work. So after selecting the top chords, just click on activate, because we want to activate yung nasa taas lang. And put tayo sa isometric view. After doing that, a number of sub-beams, where we have 3 sub-beams. As we can see, we have 3 sub-beams there. Sub-beam angle is going to be 90 degrees. Unit as self-weight naman, maglalagay lamang tayo ng 0.033 kips per feet. Let's uncheck copy, because we don't want to copy that anymore. Now we say that we have excuse me, already applied our roof loads. So we can just close this. And we can now go to our X direction wind load. Select by plane. Ito po siya. Select by plane lamang po tayo. And we choose the YZ plane this time. And we just click on 0 and click on apply. So makikita po natin na ito po yung area na maglalagay tayo. Now sa element beam loads, we will use WX for our load case name. Options, we add that. Uniform loads po, we will use global X direction. No projection this time. Gagamitin po natin value is 0.1 and we click on apply. Now we can see here that we have element beam loads applied in that area. Just click to undisplay that. Sa Y direction naman po, select by plane pa rin po tayo. And this time, XZ plane ang gagamitin natin. Still at 0. Apply po natin, yun po yung area na saan tayo maglalagay ng ating loads. But this time, hindi na po sila element beam loads, but they're gonna be nodal loads naman. We will be using WY or wind loads on the Y direction. Options is to add. Lalagay lamang po tayo ng 5 keeps dun sa Y direction. And we click on apply. Now we can see that we have nodal loads in here, 24 nodal loads. Choose to display that in there. Now, after doing that, we will now perform our analysis. Because we made sure that we have added our loads already. After that, punta po tayo sa results tab. We are now in a post-processing mode. Results tab naman po, go to load combination and steel design, and we will click on auto generation. Gagamitin po natin code dito is gonna be AISC14, LRFD10, and we can just click on OK. So you can see that we have automatically added our load combinations there, but we will add another one. Tatawagin po natin siyang LCB 30, 31, let's say 31. And then we will just define this load case strength, stress po siya. Define load case, self weight is 1, dead load is 1, live load is 1, and LR is 1 as well. So we can just describe this as a vertical service. This is going to be our vertical service load, and we can just close this. Now after doing that, what we do next is just checking our reactions, our deformations, like what we did dun sa Midas Gen basic tutorial, basic training session, the previously uploaded ones. And just close or check everything from here. Basically this part is gonna be checking lang naman yung ating results. Let's try the first to BCBS SLC, ginawa natin last 31, FZ, on FZ, and click on values and legend, and we can click on apply. Now we can see there that we have our reactions. We can also check our displacement contour. Gagamitin po natin yung ating SLCB8. Let's try this one. On the X, Y, and Z, click on contour, deformation, legend. Now we can uncheck the values. Then click on OK. Oh, by the way, sa contour naman, we can go to check gradient fill. Number of colors, we can use 18. Uncheck apply on OK upon OK. So OK po. After doing that, sa deformation naman, we can choose real deformation, click on OK, and we can just click on apply. Now you can see here, this is our displacement contour. We can also check the beam forces elements based on what load combinations we want to see, on what components we want to see, and we click on apply. This is basically just for you to check out. I will not be going through this one by one, pero nandito lang po sila lahat. Sa results, you can always check them out on your own. So, that's to wrap up our, by the way, we can also check our perspective view of this. This is the perspective view of our model based on the load combination. And ang render view naman po, we can also check that here. This is our render view. So, that's it. I hope na medyo mas naintindihan po natin yung functions of Midas Gen in this tutorial 2. And I hope to see you next time naman po sa ating tutorial 3. Have a good day and God bless.